Hey everybody, different set of scenery today. Actually coming to you from the job site. Out out here we were doing some underground install and changing out this meter base here from overhead run to underground. So I just wanted to give you this quick tool that I ended up buying actually because of this job. So if you want to walk over here with me, if you take a look at this stuff we haven't backfilled yet on the trench, you can see this yellow pale color, real chunky stuff. This is actually yellow clay, and I mean this has been topside for over a week now, and it's got one rain on it, so it's a little crumbly, but when this stuff comes out fresh, it is sticky like peanut butter. So what we had is we had to drive this ground rod right here, and we hit a hard pan of the yellow clay trying to drive this ground rod. We typically drive them with a mother-in-law fence driver and then sledge them in if we need to, but this thing just was not going. So we ended up picking up this Hercules demo hammer, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute, but I wanted to show you I actually took the ground rod clamp off this ground rod and hammered it with the Hercules hammer, and you can see it's not rounded at all. So let's go take a look at the hammer. And there's a service truck. Probably need to do a tour of that one day, but we got the Furman 4500 Ultimate 4550 generator right here to power it. This is my go-to on my work unit. A little bulky. I wouldn't mind having like a suitcase generator, but more on that later. Anyhow, so this is the Hercules. I bought it today. I ended up, I'm an Inside Track member, so right now it was $80 off. So I actually got this one, which is rated at their best price, their best tool, compared to the Bauer brand that was a little lighter. This is I think 14.5 amp output. The Bauer's 12. It's got a little more joules on it. I don't have the box with me, so I'm sorry about that, but I did want to shoot this while I was on the job. If I remember correctly, this hits at 15 point something joules, and the Bauer was a couple of joules lighter. It was a couple of foot-pounds lighter. So this is why I ended up doing this, and I bought it for $2.99 with the sale. And the Bauer, which is your second tier, not as good as this Hercules per Harbor Freight's ratings. It was $2.99 regular price. This was on sale for $2.99, so that's why I bought the Hercules. Plus, I haven't owned anything Hercules yet, and so I've been wanting to do some reviews and try it out. I also did. This is an SDS Max hammer, and I got this Diablo, and there's the part number right there. This Diablo ground rod driver. This thing is fantastic. Really smooth, really quiet. Did a great job on it. But that was separate. I bought that from my supplier. But everything else you see here came with it from Hercules. Came with grease for the ends of your implements. And this, if I can handle this thing one-handed, guys, just I apologize. Here we have a D-ring. Swivels all the way around, swivels back and forth, and then locks in place here, just like that. Real simple, real easy to take care of. And of course, like a standard demo hammer that you see, you can you stand them up and you just push down like that and push in and rotate your bit and then let go and it'll lock. So pretty straightforward if you've ever handled one of these. The trigger setup is pretty much the same as the Bauer, on and off, as it was this Hercules brand. I had my reservations about this, but I'm actually going to throw up a short here in a minute of this thing running. Now, it wasn't hammering quite as hard as when I put my entire body weight onto that ground rod. It really sunk it down, but that was because I was filming with one hand and just holding this on here with the other hand. But when you hit this on, it'll slowly come up and then it'll start hitting at full speed. You also have a 1 through 6 roll selector here for your power, And again, I will put up a short later on of this running in different modes. But all in all, tool did great. No problems. The SDS Max slipped right in there, locked into place, locked up tight. The handle, I put it right where I wanted, tightened up right there, and it held true and steady. Case is in good condition. There is a little bit of kind of stress and manufacturing marks right here, if you can see those in the hinges. But I mean, it's a foreign made thing. I'm not going to argue about the case. It is what it is. Something's got to give on it. It's got to be cheaper. But all in all, tool handle's great. It did hammer that 8-foot ground rod all the way down into that hard pack right there with no problem at all, and didn't mar up the end of the rod. It was fairly quiet. Actually, the generator was probably louder than the tool. And this maximum vibration control right here, there's a little bit to be said about that. I don't have anything else to compare it to. I've never ran a large demo hammer like this. The closest thing I've ran was the small hammer drills, or all the way up to a jackhammer when we used to drive ground rods out in West Texas in the oil field out there in the Cleachy and stuff like that. But as far as for this size, there was definitely very little vibration in the hands, and made a big difference. So just wanted to show you guys this Hercules demo hammer. If it's anything y'all are interested in or need, they have an assortment of bits you can get for them. They have chisel bits, scoop style chisels that are bent a little bit. They have point bits to break rock, punches, different things of that nature, and as well as for us electricians, ground rod drivers. So that's that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it.